that.
Hey, what's up y'all? It's your girl Apollonia Cross. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a flip through of my catch-all planner. And if you guys know and watched some of my videos before, you know that I have my wellness planner and I have my other catch-all planner that kind of kept my house and my health and wellness separately, but I decided to go ahead and mix them since we are at the end of the year, and it just would make my life so much easier and I don't have to kind of separate them anymore. So I'm excited to show this to you guys, and hopefully this will help you figure out your setup on how you want to end out 2021. So if you guys are ready to get into this flip through, then stay tuned. All right, you guys, so excited to be sharing this with you guys because I'm not gonna lie, like I've been kind of on the struggle bus just a little bit with how I was using my planners, because I went for just like my home and family planner as just disc without the cover, and I have my wellness just in here, and then I was like, oh, let me go back to a catch-all system, and then I went and separated the two again, and I was just, you guys know how it is. And I think now I completely have found planner peace, because how I've set my catch-all planner up, where now that it combines the two, home and family and wellness, is now like I've completely set it up with how my day goes. So when I go into my planner, I'm not constantly flipping through a bunch of different random sections and getting confused about my day and all that stuff. Like for me personally, some of you guys may not get confused and stuff like that, but I do. It just starts to overwhelm me, kind of like when you have too many tabs open on your computer. That's what it does for me when I have too many sections in my planner. But because of how I set this up, and you guys will be able to see, it actually will flow with how my day would go. And so it just flows a lot easier, and so it makes me really happy, and now I have planner peace. So we shall, you know, hope and pray that I stick to this complete setup for the next, you know, until we go into 2022. But I'm really happy with it so far. I was explaining to my husband about my setup too, and he was like, oh, okay, I got it, it makes sense, but I don't know if he really got it. So hopefully you guys get it, but let's go ahead and dive in to this, because I know you guys want to see it. It's so pretty. I love, oh my God, you guys have no idea. Every time I hold this, I'll hug it. Like I'll have a moment with my black croc. She's just everything. I love my black croc cover from Notique, and I was honestly considering getting another cover in the, I think it's a bone, I think it's called Bone Croc, because it's like this ivory cream color, and I was thinking about getting that, and I was like, ooh, I want that too, but let me stick with her. She just, you know, maybe for 2022 I'll do the Bone Croc, or maybe just my business planner. I don't know yet. Still working on, but let's refocus. Let's get back onto her, my beautiful black croc. So yes, this is a black croc cover in the midi classic size, which is fitted for the Happy Planner or Erin Condren planners. And I love this cover because it's just so elegant and goes with everything. It is vegan leather. For those of you who are not familiar with these planner covers from Notique, they are sustainably made in vegan leather, and then the quality, guys, is just so amazing. Like if you look inside, she's pretty thick. Like I have the expander disc and everything, so this is pretty thick, and I've had this for over a year. And no, it's either over a year or just about a year, something like that. And like the snap, it's not ripping or anything from here. And other planner covers I've had, like that's always like the first thing to go within a few months. And so quality is awesome. All right, y'all. So let's go in. All right, so this is my catch-all planner, which now houses my wellness, home planner, gratitude, and finance, all of the things in one. And I think I'm happier with one just because I literally have the last 3 months of the year for every section in here. So you know, it fits. And I've actually found how my brain works. I really, really like to focus in quarters rather than focus in like just have month by month by month, because sometimes I like to still plan ahead a lot of times and kind of think ahead, because I just want to, that's just how my mind works. I want to anticipate and make sure I'm prepared for things. So, and setting goals up by quarter just allows me to do that. So I'm happy that this should be it. There should be no more flip-flopping, separating or anything, because this is the last stretch of the year. So, all right, just on the side, and one thing I did want to do, as you guys can see, it's very simple, very more functional, and very aesthetically pleasing. There's not a lot going on, and it's just neutral colors, because that's one thing that I did find, is that having too many colors is another thing that overwhelmed me. And whenever I get overwhelmed, I kind of tend to stay away from my planner, just because it's so much going on and it gives me anxiety. And so you start to think like, okay, I got this, I got that, oh, but this section, and then with all the colors and all the stickers, it was doing too much. So as you can see, neutral colors, simple tones. I have here my affirmation, 10 affirmations of a spiritual queen list right here, and I got that from the Isabella Jewel box from last year. And this is also from her, which is a daily affirmations of a spiritual queen little notebook journal, where she has like different journaling prompts and things just to write. And as you guys know, if you watch any of my other videos, I do like my own type of faith journaling and spiritual journaling and stuff too, but this is just nice to have if I'm just working out of this planner and I didn't get to do my devotional or anything. I can just kind of pull this out and just do like a simple reflection for myself for the day. So it's just nice to have that. And I find it even in like my other planner flip throughs, I also have, I just like to make sure that I have some way to be able to practice my wellness, no matter which planner I'm using, whether I'm on the go or if I'm at my desk and at home, and I can pull out my bigger planner. I have some form of a way to practice my spirituality, some way, shape, or form. All right, so love these. Let's get into this planner. This is a clear cover, which I love just to protect my front cover. And this cover, I'm literally more than likely going to use this cover for 2022, because I love this cover so much. Like, this is my year of dreams coming true. Love the color, love the rose gold, loving the what is this? I don't even know. What is this? Just zebra, leopard, whatever type of print. I just like it, okay? So that's, and I love this too. I just really, like, it's very rare when Happy Planner actually comes out with neutral vibes, because as we know, Happy Planner is like known for the loud, very pop color stuff. So it's nice when they finally have neutral stuff. And I personally try to, like, whenever it's neutral things and it's in a layout that I really, really like, I will grab bulk, because I know that I'll end up using more. So, all right. And I also have this Black Croc Notique dashboard. It just, I mean, why not, right? Just have it all go on. So this way it's all that luxury feel right here. Then I have my vision board here, which it's not fully filled in, just certain things I have put in and filled out for part of my wellness goals. And that's totally okay. If you like have a vision board and you're like, dude, I still, we got the end, we still have 3 more months until the end of the year. So that's still plenty of time to set some goals, reprioritize, readjust your goals, and make some things happen, right? So very front of the planner is my vision board that you guys see. And now the first section that we like to get into, because this is the first thing that I do in my day. Like I said, I set my planner up so that way when I first come in here, I can go by how I ideally want my day to go. Which, first things first, I wake up, I do my devotional and things, which is a completely separate planner. I'll show you real quick, in case you guys have not seen the flip through, just dropped a book. But this is my faith journaling planner, which has my Bible and my faith journal in it. And so that one will be first, and then I get into my wellness section, where I go and get my workout in for the day and do my affirmations and gratitude. So that's what I'm going to show you in here. And so of course I have my word for the year that I had got. This is from Fancy Plants, and actually I didn't mention it, but the vision board is also, or the vision booklet, because it's actually a booklet, not a board, but the vision booklet is actually from Fancy Plans Co. as well as this. And I really love that because ultimately my goal for my health and wellness is finding balance. Not just finding, but like maintaining and achieving balance, which is always a work in progress. So that is that focus. And next I have this daily block sheet that I'm actually using. Whoops, not that. I have this daily block sheet though that I'm using as a reference for different areas of health that I want to work on. And if you can tell right here, I have just some different things listed out for the different areas of health. There's mental health, emotional health, spiritual, physical, environmental, financial, and relationship. So I've listed this out this way because sometimes I don't have a lot of time. I have 4 kids, 2 are under the age of 4. So I'm very busy, and my older 2 are in school and have tons of practice and stuff like that. So sometimes when I can practice on things, it's very quick in the moment type of stuff. So just as a reference, so that way I can make sure I'm still practicing some form of my health and wellness throughout the day. In case I'm in a crunch or something, I just have this quick little reference of activities that I can do. And it's actually really nice too, because when I'm going through my day, and if I'm trying to go through and my wellness planner and start tracking my progress, and if I'm feeling like I didn't do anything, I could just kind of reference the list and be like, oh, I actually did read a book. It was on Audible when I was in the car, but I was able to read that for 15 minutes or whatever. And so that is great for that. I have my self-care workbook in here that I'll actually be doing a separate video on, and this is something that I use for my clients when I am helping them learn how to figure out the area of wellness that they want to focus on. So I will not show you that. I'll actually probably do a separate video on that one, but this is typically what I use for my clients, and I also like to do this for myself just as practice as well, too, since we are going into another quarter. So I will do a separate video on that if you guys are interested. And then so now let's go ahead and get into the actual planners that I have for wellness. Now this is September's spread. I have a few things that I kind of tracked on here. So yoga and meditation, daily affirmation, gratitude journal, and morning devotional. So I haven't been that great with tracking the different, just checking off the days for the habit trackers, but I always make sure, especially for my morning devotional, I make sure to date it. So I can always go back and reference it. Because again, I am super busy and life happens. We don't always have, that time to go and sit down and plan as much as I would love to have that time consistently. A lot of times I'm always on the go and just moving and doing things. For those of us who have multiple kids, that's normally how life is. We don't all always have like this perfectly routine scheduled time to spend a couple hours, as much as we wish, to just devote to writing and stuff in our planner. Like that would be amazing. And I know some of us who do our Plan With Me videos, that's what it seems like we always have all that time. We don't, not everybody does. So if you're somebody who's like me and you just can jot something really quick, or you're a little bit behind, don't get down on yourself. None of us are perfect, okay? But just so that way you guys can kind of understand how I plan in my wellness planner is I try to keep up with routines in here and also track certain things that I'm working towards. So I'm getting ready to go on a cruise in a couple weeks. Right now is the 28th, so I'm in 2 weeks until I leave for my cruise, and so I've been working on trying to rebuild my workout routine. I also track my cycle here on my monthly, and so let me just so the estimated from the last time that I had my cycle, the estimated start date and when I pre-planned it was supposed to be on the 1st. Well, obviously, my cycle typically starts to come around on the 21st, or like every 21 days. So I literally had just ended it like right before I was estimated supposed to start, and then it just, you guys know how the struggle is with that thing. So I started on the 18th and it ended on the 23rd. So now I will just track the additional 21 days from this day to kind of see when my cycle is going to happen. So it might end up happening like before my trip or after, like during. I'm hoping doesn't happen during. I'd rather it before or after the trip. So we'll see, but always prepare. But this is a way that I like to track that, because when it comes to my health and my wellness, I won't like to try to work out only when I'm off my cycle, just so I can honor and allow my body to rest when it is on my cycle. Because especially after having my 4th child, I've noticed my energy and how my body's been reacting has been like drained. My body is tired and like I'm sleepier. My moods are a little different. So to push myself to do a workout, I just don't want to do that. I've done that before, and so like I can totally work out during my cycle. A lot of people do, but me personally right now in the season that I'm in, I want to honor and respect my body. And another thing too, I've been having extremely high lower back pain once my cycle, like the day before and like the first couple days of my cycle, like the back pain is ridiculous. So again, you have to learn how to honor and respect your body and allow it that time that it needs to rest and heal and recover and take care of itself. So that is personally what I do. What you choose to do is different. But this way, you know, again, I just wanted to explain that to you so you can kind of understand how I plan. So how I use the weekly, this spread, let me just go to, this is like partly written in, but how I use the weekly, this is the goals. Or not goals, it's the good habits layout, which is a vertical lined layout. Let me go to a blank. So this week was blank because I tracked it digitally. I didn't track it on here, but I can always go back and adjust. But it's just vertical boxes, and then here it has where you could put crushed it, progress made, needs work. And so what I've been using this for is just my morning affirmation practice. I recite my affirmations, but I also like to write it down, and then write down at least 3 different like inspiration points in regards to the word. So that's kind of what I did. And then in the second box, or that little bottom box, is where I like to track my actual physical exercise that I've done, which would be like my morning yoga. I tracked here, morning run, wrote down how long, and what type of mental health exercise I did. Like this day was a audiobook, and this day I did meditation video. So that's what I like to use in the bottom portion. And then I use this top portion for affirmations. And then this side I like to use to track my, just kind of a check-in point of what's going on with me, how I did previous week, and working towards my progress, and what goals I'm setting for the upcoming week. So that's just kind of generally how I was doing it for this month of September. But next month I do think I might go ahead and switch some things around. And now this worksheet is something that I've been kind of playing around with and practicing in my shop. This is a printable that I developed as far as a weekly self-reflection and check-in sheet, because just a little section is great, but then I like to go more into detail too. So I just kind of made this up, and so I'll probably do another video on that once I've like finalized it and I'm like ready to show you guys. And that way, if you guys are interested, you can go ahead and get those from my shop. And so, all right. And this sheet is just like a week at a glance type of a sheet. I have not decided yet, but I was thinking I might go ahead and track my meals, my personal meal intake for the week on this, since this is more for affirmations and my physical workout. So that, still in debates about that. Again, so this is the current week, and again, I've been tracking digitally, so that way I don't have to worry about trying to hurry up and grab here in case I'm crushed on time. I track as I go on my workout app, and then that way it will save in there, and then at the end of the week I can always go back and sit and just do one planning section and kind of use this more as like a memory planner, if you will. Just so that way I can more focus on getting all of the work and stuff done during the week as far as my workouts and tracking goes, and then I can just do like a self-reflection spread and kind of celebrate, and so it kind of makes like a little memory book of my progress. So let's put that. And so that is this section, and I have October, November, December in here, and these months have not been decorated, but we shall see how they go when I do that. Now the next section in my planner, I have this cute little marble dashboard here. The next section though in my planner is my gratitude planner, and I like to do a gratitude practice just by simply writing down at least one thing that I'm grateful for that happened the next day, because again I do my wellness first thing in the morning. So there's things I can write down obviously that I'm grateful for, but because I like to make sure that I'm being intentional and remembering to find something great that I'm grateful for throughout like every single day specific to that day, it helps me remember things, number one, but then also it helps me remember to be grateful in the moment, because there's always little blessings that we can have each and every single day, not just the general things. I'm happy I have a roof over my head and blah blah blah. Like those are things definitely important to be grateful for, but also finding and writing down the simple things that you're grateful for every single day. Now, yes, your girl's not perfect at this every single morning because I'm busy, but that doesn't mean that it's any less important to me right now. Like some months are like packed and every day I've done, and then others are different. But what I will say is, for the month spread, I typically will just like write down like one little thing. So this one says grateful that Henry and I have grown more at working together. And so that's just one little thing that I'm grateful for. And then if it's like a specific event or something, sometimes I'll go on to the day and be even more in detail. And in other spreads, or in the previous month from this year, the month part was blank, but then this was all filled out. So I'm still, playing around with how I like things. See, as you can see, I put new recipe and strong patience, and then I wrote down specifically what happened for that day. So you can kind of play with it, but this is just something that I'm working now on rebuilding again, and I've just been thinking about how I want to do it. So we'll see how the next one goes. All right, so now I have a pouch, and this is also like very similar to the one that's in my daily, except it's just in the classic size. I really love these things because it's just a zipper pocket that holds whatever you want, and I think they're just so much better than having like the dashboard pocket things or the folded paper, like this one, whatever this is. I like these better because obviously you can completely seal it. So like with my small ones that I have in my daily planner, I like to keep cash in it or receipts. So by having it zip, I don't have to worry about it falling apart. Whereas with this, obviously these can fall out, slide out, and everything. So I like to have these to house the stickers or any other important papers. That's that. And then I have this dashboard here, and this one, it has two task cards of different things that are important, as well as these journaling cards that I really love. So I have one here for cleaning and have one for family, just simple reminders of things for me to remember to make sure that I get done. And again, this actually was a dashboard that I got from some Happy Mail, but they actually got it from Cloth and Paper, and this says today, but I just put a sticker that says home over today because that's the section, so that way it reminds me of the section so you can see today. So just a little tidbit in case you're like, dude, I don't want to buy another dashboard, or I don't have time to make one. Just use the dashboards that you have from an old planner or something, cover it up with a new sticker tab, and there you go. And another very pretty dashboard. All right, so this is now what I use for my home planner, which is a dashboard layout. And so let me just kind of walk you through the annual section in here. What I like to use this for is my kids' school schedule and anything going family related. Again, this is the home section, so I do my best to keep this strictly just for that, and put any events things. And now my husband and I do also use a Google Calendar as well to track any future events. But these things, if it's in stone, then it goes into paper planner. But if it's something that is tentative or can be adjusted or might change or whatever, it's all in the digital planner, and that's how my husband and I communicate, because he works long hours and he can get ordered at any time and all of that. So he'll put his work schedule in there, and so I can update that. And the same with his with any school events or anything like that, or doctor's appointments, it's a lot easier for us to add that in there and keep us both aware of what's going on at the same time, and it syncs with our watches. But I personally still like to use a paper planner as well, for planning things in advance. And as you can see, I have all the kids, like their fall breaks, holiday breaks, summer breaks, spring break, all of that stuff in here, just so that way I can start pre-planning from 2022 or 2021 through 2022. And I think this is also 2023, yeah. So this is the rest of 2021. Here is 2022. Oh no, yeah, this is just through the end of 2022, not 2023, but yeah, like to have that there. Now this pocket envelope, I just have like some coupons and recipes that I kind of wanted to try and add into our recipe planner. And these sheets are just, again, those weekly brain dump sheets that I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to use them for tracking my personal meals, or I might just use them for regular meal planning and weekly brain dump sheets, because these would be great for that, just to have like one whole master list of whatever you need to do before you go and plan, especially if you're a sticker person. You can just have it all kind of look sloppy on there and then go ahead and sticker. And so let me show you to September. Now this again is the dashboard layout. What I typically like to do is just keep up with appointments and events, and also I was kind of having some bills in here, but then I decided to switch that into a different section. And so I just have a simple color legend here with highlighters, because I found that I like some deco just enough, but I don't like a whole lot of deco on my spreads, because otherwise it overwhelms me. I very much prefer a highlighter because it's very simple and it's bold enough for me to be able to quickly tell what it is. If I have too many boxes and stuff, I get overwhelmed. It's just kind of a lot to look at, what I found, and so I prefer this a lot better. So as you can see, I have some minimum days and things. And if you're wondering, like, what is this? This is a monthly, a mini happy planner version of the monthly layout. I just kind of covered up the, I put the months, since it was outdated and I don't need the dates anyway, but I use this as like a personal vision board of different things that I want to focus on and set my goals and intention for the month. So here I put my personal goals. I didn't add any right here. Well, I kind of did. I had some things like minimalize stickers, clean out emails and subscriptions, revamp my planner, set up to minimalism, which I did. So yay. But yeah, so I like to have this here just so it's a simple map to keep me focused on what I really wanted to use my planner for, and then also have some brain dump things here, figure out what our family goals and the focus is for the month, have our top priorities, top 3 anyways here. And so this way it just kind of acts like a little mini vision board for the month, for an ideal month. And you can use, like, I was going to use this to kind of track like what my tithes and gas, whatever was spent, but I'm doing that in my bill section. I literally don't even need that. I really just want this, so that's it. So, but I could glue this, and there we go. And then on the back, you got some habits if you wanted to track that. Actually, I might do that. I might go ahead and do that the next time. So this is a great way if you have any monthly spreads lying around in the mini happy planner size and you upgraded to using a classic size. This is a great way to repurpose that so you don't have to waste anything. And then these, because it comes with a couple of extra, these are great for grocery lists. That's what I was using these a lot, because I would just take out like the extra ones. As you can see, it's missing some. I would take out the extra list and just use it as my grocery list, and when I'm going in the grocery store in my mini planner or in my travel planner, I just check it off. Like, it's perfect for that. Perfect for that. So, all right, let's go ahead. And so as you can see, I'm using the dashboard here, and again, very minimalist. I have a box here for the focus of the day, and then I have like small things that I want to make sure that I accomplish throughout the day, or little things that I did do. And I actually really like this because I've noticed that's just how my brain works. I want a focus for the day and then the little tasks in regards to that focus there. So if it's like a rollover day, anything that I missed and I didn't finish from the previous week, I could just go back and look at the list, and then I could go ahead and knock those out. And then laundry and upstairs, which I did do laundry, just forgot to tidy up upstairs. I just forgot to check it off. So this, I really liked this, and I liked that it was simple and focused. And I kind of did the same again, but all I did was highlighters this time for last week, and this week is kind of blank. Just, it's been busy, guys. I don't always have time to like plan ahead. I'm still trying to figure out a consistent routine, but you can talk to my kids about that and see if I can get some focus time consistently. So, but yeah, as you can see, still fitting the same thing, plan and prep day here, and then have like my mini list of things I wanted to do, laundry and deep clean day here, and then I have the list, rollover and catch-up day, run errands with girls, and then see, that's just how my mind works. And so I really love this for that. And then any other random list that I need to put here, I will go ahead and do that. So let me adjust this really quickly. And if you're somebody who's like, you get a little nervous about permanently writing something down, if you're not sure about something or something is repetitive and you need to kind of do some pre-planning, put it on a sticky note and then just put it there, and then you can always move it to the next, you know, day. So the next one for us is going to be, you know, like it's just a great way to kind of save and just rotate it over. Once you complete it on this week, write that down here and then move it over to the next day that you need to do it. So that way you're not always having to rewrite the same thing, or if you're maybe needing to adjust some things, you can. So I'll do that and adjust that later. Last night, actually no, I'm gonna write it down right now. So last night we actually had pizza and Popeyes because it was my mom's birthday. My dad called us over, so I didn't have to cook last night. So at least that was that. Just write that down. And sometimes too, because we have different events, like I do my best to do as much pre-planning in advance, but just because of our lifestyle, I found that I was erasing a lot, covering things up a lot. So sometimes I just track versus pre-plan. It's just kind of how things go, which, you know, you got to kind of figure out what works for you. So again, in this section, I have everything here, all the dashboards, and because this is the family planner, I wanted to make sure I had everything through January in here, because I wanted to do some holiday planning, because we have holiday events coming up. We're planning on Friendsgiving, Christmas, and all those things. And so I wanted to try to, you know, do some pre-planning in there, or at least be able to make sure it was available for reference. Now in this section, we're going into the budget section. Just tab right here. Here is a dashboard. There's two different pockets here for task cards. I just have to put them in there, and then some sticky notes. So I just kind of made this as a simple dashboard. This used to be a tab, but I just cut the tab off and now just use it as a clear dashboard. And so I really like this, and whenever this gets empty, I can just take it out and put a different type of a tab here or sticky note here. Or if I don't want to use the task cards, also you can put just inspiration card there. Here is another like Louis Vuitton type of a vellum dashboard right in front of the budget section, and I love this. Now here, I'm just going to show you the pre-planning for October. Again, very minimalist, but simple highlights and just like a few stickers for key points. So these sheets are from the Budget Mom. I decided to go ahead and get the printable a couple years ago so I could try it out myself, and I did try the full book. I bought the full size, which is a full letter, and I just found I prefer the classic size planner. She doesn't make that. She only makes the full 8.5 by 11 size book and a half letter. Half letter for me is too small when it comes to budgeting. And so I just prefer the classic size planner. So doing this in a printable works out better for me. And honestly, I don't use every single page in that budget by paycheck workbook. So it saves me some money, but also it allows me to only print out and use what I need instead of wasting all that paper and money just because I'm not going to use every single page in there. I did when I bought it, but I just kind of found it overwhelming for me. But I really like to have the budget section separate from home stuff, because otherwise my brain will start to kind of mesh. I'll be like, oh wait, soccer, blah, blah, blah. And my mind will forget about budgeting, or if I'm focusing on trying to figure out stuff to clean for the house, I'm like, oh wait, did I pay that bill? Like, the mom brain, squirrel brain situation is like legit real. So that is that in here. And let me know if you guys are interested in me doing a financial or a budget, how I budget for our family planner and working on financial health. Let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing. Now, I'm nowhere near perfect at it, nor a financial advisor, but I've watched a lot of videos. I do budgeting and all of those things. So I can just kind of show you how I plan and what worked for us, and how I do some savings goals, whether it's for vacation or a home project or something like that. But if that is something that you're interested in and just want to see how I actually sit down and plan and what my process is, let me know in the comments, and that way maybe if we have enough people who want to see that, then we'll go ahead and do that. Now this next section, just because because this houses our bank accounts and our debit cards and stuff like that, that we use, because I have a separate, and this is a part of our budget. My budgeting system is we have a separate bank account and debit card that is specifically strictly just for bills, as well as things that are specifically strictly for savings. And so I like to keep those cards in here, and I wanted it all together. So I found these pocket things in here that I thought would be amazing. I found them on Amazon, and you could put, if you wanted a bunch of task cards in here or business cards or whatever, or same thing for you, if you wanted to add this into your budget planner, you could put all of your credit cards in here, or membership cards, whatever type of cards you want, go ahead and you can put them in there. And they come in the mini happy planners, or the mini happy planner size, and also the classic happy planner size. And again, I'll make sure to add that in to the descriptions too, if you guys are interested in grabbing those from Amazon. And so I have a project section, which I don't have any projects in here, but we just got back from Hobby Lobby, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta do the girls' room, I want to do the laundry room, I gotta do bathrooms. So there are gonna be some projects and things that I need to work on setting a budget for, and setting like an intention for, and kind of brain dump out of those things. That's where this would go. And in the other section, I just have some extra notes, because I am a very, I'm an overthinker, or I'm not, let me not label myself, but I like to think a lot. And I like to think a lot on paper. It just helps me get a lot more clarity. And so I brain dump a lot. And so having some just paper in here is so helpful, because I never know when I'm just gonna need to quickly map something out, kind of brainstorm or whatever, or if I need some scratch paper when I'm budgeting, it works out really good. So that is in here. And then I have pocket things that holds like some stamps in here, or any other important information. Like, this is my eyeglass prescription. I just didn't want to lose it. And matter of fact, I need to write on my list to call the doctor so I can order some more contacts, because I don't think that's, I think that's just for my glasses. But so that way too, any important papers or any school papers or anything like that, if it needs to go in there, it can. And I just have some more stickers here in the back. Again, remember I was talking to you guys about labels and adjusting things. I like to keep these here. These are from Fancy Plans Co. So just like to keep them here in case I need to adjust something. And I've got some simple budget stickers in here too that I had for a couple years, and I found, I was like, oh, okay, well, let me go ahead and put these in here if I want to use it. And that is all, you guys, that I have in my planner. And then I found this like little task, it's a gift card, but it's cheetah print, and I was like, yeah, can I have this? It was from Hobby Lobby, and I don't know what I'm going to use it for. It's literally here just for like decoration, apparently, on this side. But if you wanted to, it doesn't have a balance or anything on it, but if you wanted to, you could totally like use this as a task card somehow or something, or use it as a way to save. And remember, we do have that pocket in there if that's a way that you want to budget, because that's, instead of doing cash envelopes, that's what I do. I prefer to use gift cards because it's just easier and you can get exact amounts. And so if you know, like, okay, we're going on a family trip somewhere, you can put $100 on like a Visa, and that way that's the family budget, that's a family debit card for when we go on that vacation or a daycation, like say to San Francisco, or something. Like, okay, family, this is all we have on that card. You don't have to worry about it being cash, and everything for the most part right now, you have to have exact change or they're not doing cash anyway. So it kind of works out to have your money on a gift card instead. And also you can't take money out of it. So you can't, like, for me, that's one thing that I was doing with the cash envelopes. Like I would, I just subtract like, $10 out of craft section and put it in takeout section, and then go ahead and get myself something to eat. So it did, the cash envelope system, I was able to cheat that system. And so this just works out better for me, because once that money's on there, obviously I can't change it. And then two, as far as if you start to get a little mom guilt because the kids are like, Mom, I want this and blah blah blah, you can be like, nope, there's no more money on the card. You can try it, and let them try it and all the things, and if it's not working, they believe you now, right? Because they don't believe when you tell them. So now, like, this is a legit way. And you can also do that with teaching your kids how to budget too. Give them a gift card to their favorite place, or instead of giving them cash because you don't want them to lose the cash or whatever, you can put their rewards onto a gift card for them, and whenever they go, you could take them to go buy their treat. They teach them how to use a debit card. All right, so that is it for my catch-all planner flip. I really, really love this setup, and as you guys can see, it started with the wellness and it went into home and family and budgeting, because that's just, again, how my day goes, because I wake up early in the morning to get my workout and everything in. I track it all on digitally, and then I'll pull out my planner and go ahead and do my gratitude and affirmations and stuff in there, and then go on to check on what's going on with the family for the day. So it really, really works out. I'm super, super happy with the setup, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And again, if you guys have any questions or would like me to do specific types of plan with me videos, let me know, so that way I can go ahead and do that for you. And hopefully it'll give you some more insight and help you on your journey to living a more healthy and more balanced lifestyle. And so if you have any questions, let me know. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, okay? Talk to you guys later. Bye.